Okay, for real, we're back with the web games. I started this and then I waffled on for about 20 minutes, and by that I mean 2 minutes. And you've missed nothing except that I typed India for my starting guess on Global, as I always do, but it's very far away. They added a new food guessing game, which we played last time, so a little freshness in the variety pack for once. That reminds me, do they have favorites elsewhere? I assume they do. I assume they have something similar at least. The variety pack of like Cadbury chocolate bars. The Does anyone like those crunchies? Maybe it's just a guy who's been had braces and retainers for his whole life and as such is not really accustomed to some sticky as fuck chocolate bar. I would like it if it wasn't so sticky and like literally just lives in the gaps between your teeth, but it's certainly the least value chocolate bar out of your grab bag, if in my opinion. Anyway, Italy is not 10,000 away. It's more like six maybe seven. So I don't. Ghana is also. I mean, that's equidistant. So really, if it's 10,000 away, it might even be Mexico. I'm stupid, y'all. New Zealand. So it's warmer, which is a bad sign. Indonesia. Indonesia. Okay, well now you're gonna put me in the middle of fucking nowhere. That's what you're gonna do. Tuvalu. Oh god. Micronesia. Okay, but it's closer to Tuvalu. Vanuatu. It's between Tuvalu and Vanuatu. Okay, well, I mean, we can do New Caledonia. Okay, fine. We can do Fiji. We can do the Solomon Islands. It's pretty close to Fiji. Tonga? We're getting there, but we're not quite there. So now we're getting into the, fuck knows situation. I don't know what is this? Is that even a place? Is that just like you left some dirt on the globe? I don't know what that is, bro. So, dare I say it, I'm gonna have to give immediately. I'm running out of names. Kiribati, that's the one. But that's cooler. So it's near Fiji and Tonga, but like not that near. I don't know, 1,000 kilometers is like, what is about 400, 500 between Melbourne and Sydney, if I remember correctly. Maybe 600, it depends. It doesn't really depend, but I mean, don't worry about it. Don't ask complicated questions. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Map of world. Map of world? Yeah, maps of world map image. Image of map of world. The Marshall Islands. Samoa. The Samoas. That's right. I was missing the two Samoas. Samoa and American Samoa, of which I don't actually know the difference, but I'm sure there's a historical, contextual reason behind the difference. As always. I mean, listen, most things end up that way for a reason, even if it doesn't seem like it makes that much sense, like off rip. This is Somalia. With the inclusion of Somaliland, which I don't know the recognition or geopolitical tensions therein, but I know that on global at least they like have a line but don't separate it. It's one of those like, we're gonna fence it because we have no idea what's going on, which is my default. Your default position should probably be fence sitting on a lot of issues. I'm not saying on this specific issue. I don't actually know. I would have to look into it. With that looking into it like monocle and stuff. But like, I don't know. I just don't know. I literally just don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. Which is, I would rather be in a position of not knowing in a lot of situations. Like, there's nothing wrong with not knowing. I think. As long as you don't make it odd. Okay. We're doing Geogrid again because I want to get some redemption because I did real bad last time. Flag with a red and a coat of arms. Spain? Spain. That's right. That's that thingy. They won the World Cup. Congrats, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really. I watched it. They played a great game. Very sound tactical game. You know, strong in the midfield. Great containing. That you know they're attacking like the final point man on the offense was sort of they never had a solid attacking like striker to really take those goals. But enough shots on target. Even a good goalie is just gonna stumble, and that's what happened, right? Anyway, urban population over 50%, very urbanized, and a coat of arms. Does South Korea count as a coat of arms? That I don't know whether the Pepsi logo that they've got is. I don't know if that's a coat of arms or not. Does Australia count for this? New Zealand certainly, but we don't have a coat of arms, so I'm kind of waffling. We have a star and we have the I almost call it the Red Cross. That's not what it is. I forgot what it is. Deadass. The Union Jack. That's the one. Um, coat of arms. Mexico. I don't know what Mexico's rural population is. I don't even know what rural Mexico looks like. But I have no choice but to guess a country I've heard of. So let's go with Mexico. Flat country with a coat of arms. So we're looking at plains country. I mean, we're pretty flat, but we don't have a coat of arms. I keep thinking about us. It's hard to know where mountains are and where they aren't. Does Mongolia has the steppes, no? So like that's not really a valid response. You know? I think whatever. We'll get to it. Flag with the star and sun and red. That's us. We have a bit of red, but I'll put New Zealand in instead. Flag with only red, white, and blue and red. Well, that's sort of that's the errors are within the balance, buddy. I don't know what else to tell you, but like, you know, this is like conditional probability reversed or like forwards. The condition did not narrow the scope any further. Well, now I could put Australia for this one. How fun. I don't know. France strikes me as actually having a fairly substantial rural population because urban is like loosely defined. Italy also, like a lot of European countries, don't really fit this bill, do they? What? So South Korea does only have red, white, and blue, right? But no, they don't have any blue. They don't have any red. I don't remember what South Korea's flag looks like. I'm realizing now. But the South Korea does have. Isn't that the sun? No, it's not. Okay, well, fucking Japan then. I mean, everyone lives in Tokyo, so like, that's pretty much right. Flat country. Kyrgyzstan. No, they got mountains. Turkmenistan. That's correct, actually. How wonderful. Coat of arms. I just don't know it. Is that a coat of arms, or is that literally like vibes based flag? I have no idea. Sorry, I'm just typing. Why was it lagging? You see that? Concerning. Average elevation under 2,000 meter. I mean, Russia's so large that maybe this just works for Russia. I don't know. Oh, it's true. It works for Russia. I was like, I guess the more like massive a country is, the average elevation is like more likely to just include a lot of nothing, and rather than the mountains. Okay, we're like on the edge of, we're better than everyone who sucks, but we're not really any good. That's kind of where we are in geography games. Okay, all answers me. A lot of answers here. What was this one? Urban population. Liberia, Australia, New Zealand, obviously. US surprises me, but then again, I don't know what I don't know what an urban population is. Like, what does it mean? Urbanized area. That's just such a vague, like, it's not vague, it must be defined. It's just vague because I don't know it. That's my real answer. A lot of countries have a coat of arms. Yeah, all the like random islands that that were part of the British Empire, but now are like maybe not, but just like they've given them a flag and they exist in this game that I don't know. I don't know. Can you? I guess you can say an island is a low average elevation. I mean, like everything's an island. If your bounds of measurement are large in scope, it's not very useful. But that's what I'm saying. So don't worry about it. Basically, what I'm trying to say is don't worry about it. Let's just guess Armenia. Okay, this is Kyrgyzstan. No, it's the other one. This is Macedonia, right? There's two gamer flags, and then there's the one with the swapped colors that you don't want to use. I think, or at least there's contention around it. I'm covering my own behind, but let's just say it like we see it. Sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Daily band with me. Pause. If you would, yeah, pause so that I can unmute my audio right here and then hit play. I would not be playing yesterday's because you will ask me to unblock your ad blocker, and let's just say we ain't doing that. It's a bit of a zoom. 2014, half a billy, but it says very hard. This must be like a song by a popular artist that people don't remember. I don't know why it would be very hard and then be also this popular. Or it's a like one hit wonder that's like been forgotten to time, but you know. I don't know, by the way. That's vaguely familiar. Oh, I know this. I know this so bad. It's like don't worry, be happy vibes. But like millennial. Said neutrally for once, I think. This is a One Direction? Even that's the only One Direction, I don't think so. I don't know it, man. Oh, I know this song. Oh, it's Love My Life. Rixton, Me and My Broken Heart. Ho 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 ho. Yes, I used to actually listen to this song, which is why I know. And that's why it's so familiar. It's like the most generic song ever, but it's kind of good in its genericness. It's about as good as you could, like, you know, make it. As for this song was made for the TikTok generation, but preceded TikTok, so it didn't get its flowers. If this song came out like last year, it would have gotten like 1 billion views, I think, because it's so like nothing, but it's had all the like empty calories that you want from vaguely popular music. I'm not saying all popular music is like that, by the way. I'm just saying. I'm loving my life on the knees, little love of my heart. A little loving it might jumpstart me and my broken heart. I don't know what that something. Falling apart. Me and my broken heart. And then he goes like, oh, shotgun aimed at my heart, you got one. Which I don't know, like, it's a song about the song. It's not really about even anything. I've got a lot of thoughts about the song. And I've got more thoughts about the song than the song has thoughts, which is like, that's how you know I've gone too far in life. But anyway. I mean, this is, if anything, it's proof I was there. Which diversified less? So where did people not move to? I have to imagine. Okay, never mind. People really love in Greenboro. Venezuela is pretty dense, and no one's really. Laos is like a, empty void of knowledge because of their like the system that they've ended up into. Not many people know much of it. You have to be like, it's like Turkmenistan, for example. Like no one knows anything about it, despite it being surrounded by things that people sort of know about. Which voted for left of center in 2019 Canadian general election? The cities are woke. We've been knowing this. Even cities that are in states that are not are, because people got to move somewhere, and the cities contain the people. Architects and engineers. Where are people building things? Cities, I have to imagine. Asthma. Rhode Island or Nevada? Nevada, well, this is like Las Vegas, and I don't know, people probably be smoking. But Rhode Island strikes me as, but it doesn't. Asthma is not really you can develop it, right? But it's also like I don't know. This is really tricky. Percentage is also like, is this an old person thing? I don't know. I don't have a good metric for this. You know. Okay, this was actually quite stark, but I don't know the like breakdown of it. So Riverside, San Bernardino, Ontario, MSACA, USA. You want to stick a few more anagrams in there, buddy? We might end up figuring you out for once. Okay. To start the show, the recent start. First of all, take me to daily challenge, so that we can lock the fuck in. Okay. Route 34. I am entering my goon state. I'm now gooning. No, that Twitch. That's a joke. I'm not doing that. I am just like, it's a bit. There's no graphic images. This is a humorous challenge. Asterisk. Fairy Tail or Bleach, both pretty old, both fairly popular. Bleach probably more popular, also better, but this is also just like a guy. Also, I've never heard of this guy. I've probably never heard of this character before either. Um, Both fairly generic in looking, but like that's never stopped me or anyone else. I don't know. I mean, yeah, no one's heard of any of them, so like I can't complain. Jinsei, or is it this is like suspiciously popular. This is a sort of arbitrary anime girl, but like those are fairly popular also, so it's hard to pick. I mean, this is also, I guess this is also harder to draw, so I should have picked my lane on that one. Aether versus Lisa. Well, she's kind of like, really? Okay, never mind. I just don't know Aether. El Primo from Brawl Stars. Brawl Stars still kicking around. Yasuo surely. Okay, never mind. People don't want to fight Yasuo. I mean, like, I don't know what the. I have no barometer for like. I'm not normie enough. No disrespect. Some disrespect, but like veiled in sympathy, you know, for Route 34. But, and also, I don't know what makes certain characters popular or not in the mainstream's eyes, you know? Like, is Cassie Cage, because I don't know a lot of the legacies of these characters, of like when and how they became popular, because that's a lot of why character were popular here or not, right? It's like if a League of Legends character came out on release, you know, what kind of popularity did they have? There's a lot of questions that I don't know. Like Saint Nijima, I just don't know whether this is like the persona character that's in the whole game, or it's just like there one time. Cassie Cage, like Mortal Kombat's old, so I'm gonna pick it. When in doubt, pick the older franchise. Mash Kiri Light from Fate Stay Night. I can tell you that's not from Fate Stay Night because I played that one. But surely you outpaced the Piranha Plant, although Piranha Plant's got legacy goons, I suppose. I for a second I forgot that Falco and Star Fox existed, and I was like, who put Birdly in the, the video game fit? This is not what the Dark World design look like, but Mila from DOA. Well, DOA, the series is already like every single clip in like video section. I don't know why I said that as if I'm some sort of ancient technological archiver. It's just these characters like with their animated breasts bouncing crazily, like in a very transformative manner. So I don't know whether that means that this is higher or lower. Falco is just really popular, so it's hard to like fight against popularity. Cinderace and Hako's Bales. On Pixiv though, now that I think about it, on Pixiv, it's probably equally mesh as well. I just don't know. I mean, Pokemon. When in doubt, Pokemon, you know. Bell's also not that like, I mean, it's a good design, but it's not as a VTuber, your numbers on sites like this go up if you invite them, you know? Like there's sort of a base level that you can't avoid, or even like at a certain popularity. If you're neutral to it, that's where you are. But like, for example, if you're talking like Matsuri and Marin versus like Bales, like the former two are definitely going to outpace Bales just on like, first on time and what they actually want. They're freaky on their own. James for Pokemon has just been around longer, but I don't know. Okay, people want to fuck the monsters. I forgot about that. Okay, Sakura, Mato Sakura. No, probably not on Route 34 though. I mean, this is as mainstream as it gets, so I have to imagine. Yeah, exactly. It's a great. I mean, listen, what was his name? The author of My Hero Academia. I remember his name, and I remember pretty much every single time I've seen like the only joke I remember about the author is that like he's one step away from drawing all of his female characters like he's fighting against the urge to draw them like fully sexed up. Like if you gave him, in fact, he may already be anonymously doing it, which is I support that of course, but that's the only thing I know about the author. The show itself and the manga, it has its ups and downs, but I would broadly recommend it. But yeah, what's her name? Jiro, the headphone jack girl. It's a plainer design, but I like it. Anyway, uh, that was a terrible day, by the way. We'll do the AO3. We'll do, we'll do it sequentially. We'll do one main, and then we'll do the AO3. Luma from Super Mario Galaxy. This has to be like most of this credit is probably because they drew Luma and Rosalina in the same art, and so it gets double tagged. Although listen, people will it's called Route 30 for a reason, of course. Flygon probably up there in like Pokemon designs. I mean, they kind of like you know they're hinting at what you could be doing. Like you don't need that much creative writing prowess to figure out what to draw. So we got One Piece character. It's tricky. I've never heard of this One Piece character, but I may have seen it. Yeah, I just don't know. I'll do one more run. Imposter from Among Us or the Bloodborne franchise. I mean, surely the franchise beats it. Ravens from Teen Titans probably. Yeah, I was gonna say. The fact that I've even heard of this character should leave you with no doubt as to which one I'm clicking. Volnut, not in the name. Mega Man is. Like we were literally we were splitting hairs, so I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Okay, take me to the daily of AO3. Another like I like doing it, but I just don't know what the hell is Kata General. Is this like the tag of people who cut in any concept, or what with Vampire Slayers is popular amongst the kind of people who write fan fiction? So I guess we'll click that. Fairy Tale or DC? I gotta remember that fan fiction is the realm of like the sort of people TV shows, but Fairy Tale, I guess, the exception that proves the rule. I don't think anyone's really fucking with this character. Really? Really? I mean, fair enough. Get what you want. I just didn't really. I don't. I remember the character, but I just can't like, different strokes for different folks. Uh, okay, never mind. This was a tag that said like I just clicked Twilight. Kaito from Danganronpa V3. Now, was V3? Did it still have the popularity? I mean, this is from Lupin the Third, but like that's Robbie Rodden, so I'm gonna pick the Danganronpa character because of popularity only. This is like 10, surely. You people need to find better things to write about. No disrespect. I mean, like I get it. Sometimes your brain just comes up. You're like, there's a worm in your brain, and the only way to exercise it is by writing it. So that's how you do it. I understand it. Rolse from Deltarune. This is a tough battle, man. Rolse is. Have they been around about the same time? I think so. It's Rose. Really? I forgot Stranger Things is like mainstream popular, and Rolse is like niche popular. And also, the Deltarune fan base may not be a huge AO3 crossover, like compared to maybe what like Undertale was, comparatively speaking, because the fan base became like too tender. Let's put it that way. But hey, that doesn't stop the original material from being great. So luckily, we can enjoy it still. Matt Murder from Daredevil, kind of just a guy, but pretty cool in the one clip that he was in the Spider-Man movie. You're not catching me watching a Daredevil TV show. I've got too much on my plate to put that on the plate as well. Um, People writing fan fiction about. I just don't know what's more popular at all. Uh, Show I've never heard of, guy that looks incredibly generic, versus NCT, which is a band I have heard of. So we picked the thing I've heard of sometimes, I guess. Terrible run. Original non-binary character or Homestuck? It's the same picture, maybe. I can't imagine just one Homestuck character getting more than all non-binary characters. This is tricky. I mean, I've never seen you, so I'm gonna go. Okay, fine. Persona 5 is really popular. Well, give me one more. Glee. Okay, never mind. We saw this before. I gotta do a little better than that. 10,000 is just a lot. I don't know how many works. A lot of works. Also, that's my trick. That's my tricky part. Hypnosis, my multimedia project. Sure, man. I don't know. Okay, well, we have to get a little. I mean, like, I'm just guessing at all of these, so I really just don't have. Isn't this a Demon Slayer character? Legend of Korra pretty popular, right? Okay, never mind. We're gonna give up on that. I just don't like. I've never heard of any of these, and when I've heard of them, I just don't like. I click in them, assuming that it's because that I've heard of them that they're popular, but then I don't know. This is like, I'm out of my depth in understanding what makes something popular on AO3. That's for sure. Because I'm not a browser on that. Whenever I went on fanfiction sites, it was only for a specific like property, so I was never there for like the concept of fanfiction the way I am certainly like, I'll browse generic tags on other sites in the other sense. And I don't know how much detail Twitch allows before they start actually like being concerned about it. So let's move on. Disorderly, you have a new one today? Okay, they actually have a new one for once. No disrespect, Disorderly. Half of Disorderly's like games, they're just like, okay, well, we're not gonna do anyone any favors today. We're just gonna like send it. Medium well, starting by the highest. Japan is actually fairly poor relative to what you might think. Like, people don't earn that much money in Japan. We're pretty wealthy in here. The US, despite their no, but the median is a tricky one because it's not average, right? We may be higher now that I think about it. On median, we may be higher. Honestly, Singapore is number one. Let's start there. Japan, Portugal. Probably this order may not be this. It's all wrong. Okay, well, swap this way. We are number one. Look at that. Hey, the US is at the bottom. That's rough. That's real. I didn't a median. Well, oh, it's okay. I like all my math was mentally wrong there. I would be curious if this is actually true, to be honest, and that Singapore is that low. I'm very surprised that Singapore is that low. I was like, my mental image of Singapore is that it's the enclave of all the wealthy people, but maybe it's extremely top heavy. But yeah, I mean, this is certainly like belying the reality of a lot of things. Then again, all of these numbers are certainly, it's a median. That means half of them are below. So, you can extrapolate from actually not incomplete data, very complete data. You can look up the data. There's no guessing you really have to do on this front. Don't worry about it. Runway, hangar, terminal, and I don't have another one. Marble, globe, baseball, orange. Things that are round. Yep. That's pretty easy. I mean, not all of them can be misleading ones. And we already found one. If you find one misleading one, then you can go for the easy ones, A point, this is definitely like a rearrange or like suffix, prefix. Febrile, feline, there's something. D-plane. Plane, line, point. Oh my god, I'm thinking in dimensions now. Maybe Braille is what it means, because this is point is in 1 dimension, line is in 2 dimensions, plane is in 3. Maybe Braille is what it is in 4 dimensions, and I don't know it. I don't know. Tense. First 2 letters is the key. Angle. Ending in geometry terms. Okay, I thought they were going for a more actual, like, interesting pattern. I guess, like, maybe they are. I don't think they are. I mean, an angle is 3 points in a 2-dimensional plane. I guess also in a 3-dimensional plane if you take the 2-dimensional slice of it or whatever. Let's not get tricky with it. I'm laughing as being good at maths. I hate maths. It's just I was good at easy maths, which is easy maths is anything that's pre like maths is easy until your second or third year of university. At which point they start realizing that if you're still doing maths, you're in it for the difficult stuff, and then they start giving you the kind of maths that has your brain hurting. And at that point, you could kind of, luckily that's where a lot of degrees that don't use maths but are sort of tangential to maths, like engineering, sort of cap out depending on your type of engineering, you know? And so you end up being able to do it still. That's just my experience. So I understand there's schooling differences, of course. There's a plane thing going on here. Apron. That doesn't make any sense. I just don't. Excited, frenetic, intense, febrile. I don't know what it means, so I must go with it. Yes, okay, cool. What does apron have to do with planes? What the fuck is the apron in an airport? I'm not even gonna look it up. I just don't care. But you know what? Fuck it. Now that I've said that, I feel bad for being lazy. Apron Airport. It's the non-movement area where aircraft are parked and refuel and stuff. Okay, it's like a term. Well, I'm glad to know it. If anything else, on for charging. I didn't realize. You ever just like forget that things in your life need to be charged? There we go. Don't worry about it. Still, I mean, we got it, so I'm not gonna complain too much. You know what? Let me look up let me check the Guardian's quick crosswords just briefly, just to take a look at whether it's like doable. Okay, there's just too many things on your page. I'm not handling your continue and your click wave to pay, and like I understand you want money from me, but I mean this honestly. If I have to click like more than 2 times to get the web page as is without like a banner or a thingy on it, that's like really intrusive to me. I'm just gonna click off your page unless I really need what's on there. That's just like we have to start standing up for ourselves, even if we're not paying customers. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna take the web back, that's how you're gonna take the web back. We're not gonna do it any other way. Anyway, like, look at that. I went on the page and the page is the page. They're advertising their own goods. I'm like, you know what? That's great. I'm sure there's ads here and here if you don't have an ad block. But that's fine by me. In the story of my experience, what author describes being thrown off a train for his ethnicity while working as a lawyer in South Africa? One figure I know. I don't know. Okay. What 20th century? This is Gandhi. Yes. From Sabarmati Ashram to Dundee to harvest salt from the sea. Yes. I do remember that. I mean, like, I remember that there was a Gandhi South Africa connection. I remember that. A tradition in Bessières, France, holds that Napoleon once had the village cook what dish so large that it could feed his entire army? What's a French dish? Bouillabaisse. Chinese railroad workers using vegetables and ham were likely the first to enjoy the Denver version of what breakfast staple? Vegetables and ham for breakfast staple. Adapting a recipe from home. Am I losing my mind? I don't see what this. How could this and this? What dish is connected across, like, old France and modern and old China and modern America? What is common in all three? I don't know, fries? Omelette. Omelette. Right, my bad. We spell it with a T-E at the end, by the way. This is just like too short for an omelette. I'm just saying it. Okay. I was like, I should have figured that one out on this one. I was halfway there instead. I just guessed very lazily. The Cape of Cruz Catalonia is on top right corner. What very famous 1931 painting? I don't know. It's very famous. It was not the Mona Lisa. That was not a 1931 job. Um, I just don't know it. I don't know. I don't even have a guess. Oh, the melting clocks. Yeah, man. I don't know what it's called, but it's called the melting clocks. The passage of time, the persistence of memory. I was close. The calling. I mean, no offense. It's about time, and they put the persistence of memory. It's hard. It's gonna be like I understand this layers, and we even analyze this kind of thing in school art class. Like this is a classic, right? Baby's first analysis of painting, but it's gonna be difficult for me to remember the name of it. I can literally picture the clocks dripping off the like branches and such, but I couldn't tell you the name of it. The persistence of the memory, huh? Which British X-ray crystallographer was the first to map the tobacco mosaic virus? Okay. Um, Mr. N95. I don't know. British. I don't know. Wilson. Photo 51. Marie Curie British? I thought she was like Belgian or something. Rosalind Pike? Franklin. I'm thinking of Rosamund, aren't I? Yes, I am. That's an English actress, though, so I'm kind of close. Yeah, it's both roses. Yeah, Watson and Crick. This is like used to be a very popular like trivia in the realm of like uncredited women scientists. Ironically, I forgot it. So you know what? Maybe they got a real point there. But then again, I couldn't wait. Did I remember? I think I remembered Wilson, although I was just making up a British name. But I certainly did not remember Crick. So maybe I just don't remember any scientists, and my forgetfulness is universal. You know, record label Rhythm and Blues Music Hall of Fame. Record label, not a like artist. I don't know any record labels. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of that. That's just like you're really getting me out insanely out of my depth. You got the wrong fella. I'm gonna be upfront with you. You have the wrong fella. Okay, food guesser. We've got 3 games now. Kind of beast mode. That looks good as fuck. Oh yes, those are capers. Maybe. I mean, this is like a Western European situation. Baguette slices, France. Yes. Hard boiled egg served with mayonnaise. Yes, I will be eating the hard boiled egg served. The 63% is fucking insulting. What do you mean 63%? How could you not? What was the problem with eggs and mayo and like vegetables? That's like the most basic meal that you could ever serve to somebody, and we got complaints for that. That should make no damn sense, man. I don't get it. Oh, more good food. Cornmeal squares. Ooh. Ooh. Now, what country is this image from? Well, this looks like it's an airplane with that like kind of butter. Chorizo optional, cheese optional. Spain? Yeah, I mean it had to with chorizo and like frying like almost tempura. It had to be sort of like that, right? I forgot to yum it. Of course, that's a yum. Lime beverage. I was gonna say the Philippines, but it's not got a bunch of fuck ass stuff in it, which the Philippines loves to put a bunch of fuck ass stuff in their beverages. So I don't have a good guess here. Brazil? They might like a cold beverage. Oh, man. That's incredible work from me to get Brazil off one. I was like, what's a hot place that's got this sort of simple ingredient type of drink? You know? Oh, baby. I mean, that's just a great play from me. Okay. Let's do cuisine match, and we'll do it in order now. The Congo DR style. Mm, this one, sure. I mean, like, as with between those two, it was really like could have been either of these. But then it leaves as a very Asian like choice. But then again, it's either or. Tonga, I don't know. This is haggis, is it not? It looks kind of like haggis, but maybe it's not haggis. This is Stollenbrot or whatever from Europe, so maybe it's this one. Yes, it is haggis. Okay, cool. French Guiana. This is maybe the French part. This is, I think, some Asian place. Okay, I mean we got something going on there. Malaysia. I mean, it could be any. It could be either of these, but this is a noodle, so we picked the noodle. Sweden. What looks the most nothing? Really? Well, it's not this, so it's got to be that. I mean, there's no. They don't. Sweden didn't invent bread like that. They had to import it. Egypt. Well, these are not. This doesn't look very Egyptian to me. No disrespect. Maybe this. Yeah. Dhaka. Should have even heard of. Venezuela. Well, this is like paneer, but not. Okay, queso frito. Yeah, I mean, it's cubes of cheese. Tanzania. This looks like something with something that people with too much time on their hands came up with, and this looks like a samosa kind of. We did pretty well, pretty well. I mean, they gave you two chances. Usually, it's easy to get like rule one out most of the time. Pork and lemongrass versus bean soup. Really, people don't like the bean soup. I would. That's just like rajma by another name. I mean, that's the most delicious cake I've ever seen. Ah, getting me hungry. Uh, this is like a rice flour omelet. What is this? Pancake. I guess it's not. Pancakes and omelets are the same thing, just with a different like pathway, right? Spinach and eggs. I would like some carbs, but that's just me. Like this would be great in like a sandwich, to be honest with you, or with fries. Dude, fucking hell. But yeah, I mean this is like rice flour pancake. Um, tasty dessert versus probably one of the less appetizing ramens I've seen. The Azerbaijani dumpling versus whatever this. I mean, dumplings are like in any culture they're good, so let's not even mess with it. Kore ramen. Is it hot? It's a cold noodles versus cod cheeks. Yeah, people don't really like the concept of a cheek of a cod, even though I'm sure it's tasty. It's carbonara. It's just like one of the best foods of all time. Bebe or positively delightful looking food. I mean, I'm sure this probably tastes fine. Rundown, not an appetizing name, not really an appetizing color. So let's just pick like good looking food, I think. Instant noodles. I mean, no, just instant noodles are some of the best food you have because of the time in which you eat instant noodles is not a time in which a lot of other food would really hit the spot, you know? It's just purely indulgent and like bad in a good way. It's hard to describe the pull of it in a way that makes sense at least. Anyway, Lizzo or Roblox? I have to imagine Roblox is like number 2 in the world. I thought it would be higher than that, to be clear. X. X does not beat out Roblox. Really? That's just disappointing. Honestly, I don't know if it's that much of a disappointment, but at least Roblox like has some games somewhere sometimes. World Cup, I mean, okay, people really, this is like, I guess people aren't looking at World Cup if they know what the ball is. I look up World Cup just because to see the Google auto summary of the results, but any true ball now probably is either watching or has their own sites for it. PTSD probably not $1 million franchise if we're talking in this context. Why? That's funny, but okay, that's not funny anymore. There's no shot. What do you mean why? People just had to press enter without realizing? What are we doing here? Rage Against the Machine at least has music. No disrespect to Chopin, but this is all like ambient music. No one's really listening. I mean, if you're listening to it, you're not listening to it on Spotify. George Strait, you look at buddy. No disrespect, he might be polyamorous and bisexual. I don't know. Britney Spears has got a real catalog. No disrespect to George. Jake Paul also got a real catalog in a manner of speaking. Garth Brooks I've heard of, so that puts him above Jake in that context. Green Lantern or Heat, one of the best movies of all time. That's not 8.3 is not fair. I'm just saying. Yeah, we're not gonna go for the gimmick movies. I mean, this is a, like insulting poster. Life of Brian is Monty Python, so it's like critically acclaimed. Come on, I've seen it, but I couldn't tell you anything about it. I can't imagine whatever this is made it to the 8.0 rating stage. Pitch Perfect 2, isn't that this is like a really a battle of 5.1 even. So okay, I don't know. One of these is really really low. That's all I know. World's largest cat painting or John Wayne's toupee. Paintings are expensive and toupees are not that expensive, even if they're famous. Because like, how could you really even know? Messi World Cup jerseys. One of them probably more than this. Yeah, come on. This is like the Roman Empire. This is a bit. It's a joke. They sold the empire in 193. By the way, I'm pretty sure LinkedIn clears this number. So just to be clear. Bob Dylan's Newport Folk Festival. Kept my pilot for 50 years. Bob Dylan's pretty clouded. He's pretty goaded. I know Blonde on Blonde and Blood on the Tracks I sort of know. Blonde on Blonde I actually have listened to a fair amount. Mandela was in prison like a lot. But Bolt probably won multiple golds per Olympics and he must have been active for maybe like 5 to 10 years. So this, okay, never mind. He's won 8 golds. I was like, this is around the 20s. So I thought you won because I was mistaking Bolt for Phelps. Phelps won multiple each time. But we know this was like 90 or 30. Either way, it's higher. 70. In between. Shakespeare plays. Plays, he must not have as many as 72. But if you're including like sonnets and stuff, I mean, of course. States that border Canada, I can't imagine it's 37 given the geography of both places. You keep giving me this one as if it's never going to be anything other than 3. At least let us guess a little bit. Come on, buddy. Okay, pretty bad showing from me. But yeah, that's terrible. I mean, I should have known on some of this stuff, man. That's a shame. Cuddle, a very easy shape today, which means we're going to screw it up. Oh. Beautiful work. I don't even need to say anything. Move on, bro. Let myself wallow in victory for a second, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, Kirkland Signature Frozen Whole Strawberries. An interesting thing that you would buy. Strawberries pretty good not frozen. These may be good strawberries, but every frozen fruit I've gotten has been pretty mid. Whereas frozen vegetables are pretty great. So I don't know how to feel about this. Like it's harder to lock in sweetness and like that dimension than it is to lock in like a vegetable flavor, which is sort of indescriptive and usually more influenced by what you put around the vegetable depending on how you use it. But if you're going to make the vegetable the centerpiece of it, you should use it fresh anyway. If you can, at least. Not to give you cooking lessons. Anyway, 6 pounds, which is what, like, yeah, 2.72 kilos, it says. So 250 of strawberries is probably around $4, $5 depending. So I'm gonna say $2 US, just a currency plus bulk. So $8 for a kilo. Maybe six. Maybe this is like $15.99. $13.49. Okay, much cheaper in big bulk. Fair enough. It's hard to know exactly what the scaling looks like for things that you've never bought in bulk before. It might be the kind of thing that only gets a little cheaper. It might be the kind of thing that gets a lot cheaper. You never know. Well, you should know, but you know what I mean. I never know. Play the daily, y'all.
Quicken, a verb meaning to make alive, revive.
Quicken.
A
Make alive, huh?
bauble, a noun meaning trinket.
Oh,
The word
bauble.
originates
Yes. Fa la 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 type shit, for sure.
weevil, a noun meaning any of a superfamily.
Almost a Pokemon name. Weavile.
Barefoot, a adverb or adjective meaning with
Oh, don't get too eager now.
votive. A adjective
Votive?
meaning consisting of or expressing a vow, wish, or desire. Votivus is from Latin meaning vow.
A votive. Yes.
Scenographer, a noun meaning the art of perspective representation, especially as applied to the design and painting of stage scenery.
Oh,
Scenographia is Greek, stemming from
scenographer.
refrain, a verb meaning curb, restrain.
Yeah, refrain, bro.
Epistolary, a adjective meaning of relating to or suitable to a letter. Epistolary, a adjective meaning of
It's a different vowel. It's a different vowel.
differed. A verb meaning to be unlike.
Yeah, man, differed.
Parable, a noun meaning
There's a B in there. I'm giving myself that point. I pressed the B.
propound, a verb meaning to offer for discussion or consideration. Propone evolves from Latin proponere, meaning to
Propound.
furuncle, a noun meaning boil.
Furuncle? From under?
Profusion, a noun meaning lavish expenditure, extravagant.
That one I just don't know, man.
Luftmensch, a noun meaning an impractical contemplative person.
Luftmensch. Words that sound extremely German, because they are. It's just a German word, I think.
Politesse, a noun meaning formal politeness, decorousness. The word is
I mean, that's as French as it gets as well. Furuncle? It's just straight up furuncle, huh? I'm gonna count myself on this one. Epistolary. Fuck. That's okay, though. That's fine. Don't worry about it. We can move forwards. We will get another miracle, guess the game. This click lacks a measure of intelligence. So it's going to be measure of intelligence as the definition. Lacks a. So take a away. Click lacks a. Shit. No, I'm just saying words. I feel like I can get this. Power 1 is fucked up, bro. Why does it start you on the first one, you fuck? Bad design. Oh, it's this. I don't know, man. Indicator lacks. Oh, remove IQ. Oh, clue. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna complain about that one. Lacks a measure of intelligence. It lacks IQ. You remove this, and this is a clue. Very, very fucking funny. Hmm. Well, let's move on. Don't dwell too much on it. This is like a horror game. What's the deal here? I'm gonna give you a quick zoom in. What are we holding? We're holding the key. We're holding the secrets. We're holding like a city. I just like I could. It looks like a movie poster. Sure, man. It's Dying Light. It's what Def Jam Fight for New York? Maybe that's an iconic New York skyline. I've not seen it that much to know it. It's a fighting sports game. It's like street basketball or something. I don't know. Like beat 'em up ball. I just don't really know. Is that Gasta? The fuck? It looks kind of like a Roblox screenshot now that I'm seeing it like this, but I just don't have a frame of reference for it. What the fuck? Is this like a Sims situation? Night of the Dead Sec. And this is artwork, you're telling me. This is not like a screenshot from the game. This looks to me like Watch Dogs 2. Yep. I mean, it looks like Watch Dogs 2. It looks like a screenshot from Watch Dogs 2. I've not played it yet. I've got it in my library though. I got it for cheap, but I'll have to play the first one first. Um, is this a like Kirby character? Kirby from Kirby. It's not Kirby. Okay. This is some JRPG character I've not heard of. Maybe. Yeah. How about the Genshin Ninja? Yeah. It's Blades Ronin. Um, I just don't like. It could be any game, man. It could be anything at all. Oh, Musashi from Brave Fencer Musashi. How could I have not have known? I mean, that's like as names go, that's so common in you know, sort of robe wearing sword wielders with hair like this. I should have probably guessed just from the vibes, but what do I know? Uh, you know what? We're not gonna embarrass ourselves by doing the rest of this. We're just gonna move on. If I had a good day, I would keep going, but we're not gonna do that to embarrass ourselves even further. The diner. I don't know. Fallout New Vegas, which has two entries for some reason. Um, it's a GameCube game. This is Air Riders. Air Ride. No, it's not. This is it's a racing game, but it's not Mario Kart or Kirby Air Ride. Um, was there like a Star Fox adventure game or something? I mean, yeah, I see it. I just don't know what it's called. What the fuck is? I've seen this before. I just don't. F-Zero. That's the other one. F-Zero and Star Fox aren't the same thing. My bad. I know that. I'm just making a. I'm being wise. I'm being a wise guy. Dokumi? Sinnoh, huh? Oh, what's the fucking name of that thing? Stanky. Stinky. Sinnoh Ice type. This shouldn't be as hard as it is. That's Gen 3. There's a gym. There's a Sinnoh Ice type gym. Hmm. I'm really. I don't know why I'm struggling someone with Sinnoh specifically. Yeah, I'll pick Arceus, Ice type Arceus. That's what I meant to do. Glaceon might actually be this gen now that I think about it. Holy, I was so sure it would be a Gen 3. Fighting is tricky now, though. I almost thought how Lucia like an idiot. Um, because everything I'm thinking of is Gen 3 instead of Gen 4. Like, Hitmontop is Gen 3, not Gen 4, if I remember correctly. Oh, I could just put Infernape, I guess. That's a fighting type. Psychic Poison. There's only one, right? And it's Slowbro Galar and the other parts of its line. Psychic Ice. I don't remember it off the top of my head. We'll keep going. Alola Poison. Mm, we just pick a Ninetales Alola on this one, of course. Fighting Alola. Aboba. Marshadow. That should work, right? Yes. Fighting Psychic. The Medis. I don't remember if Metatite is monotype or not. I don't think it is, but just in case. Psychic Ice is tricky, and I'm thinking of like type matchups. This is hard. This might be a new one as well. Alola Poison. Thinking back through my playthrough of the game, the bug type in this is electric. So, Wheezing Galar is not the one I'm thinking of. Shouldn't be as hard as it is. Grass types? Poison. What's an alternate poison and poison and what? Poison and dark? Poison and Salazzle. Yes, okay, it works if you think about alternate types. The problem is when it's already prompting with the alternate types, then that's real tricky. So there might be a Hisuian that matches this metric. No, I don't know the Psychic and Ice type. It's not Graphia. Let's just give up. Jinx, and there's a Jinx and Smoochum, and yeah, these fucking guys. But yeah, very forgettable because it's Gen 1, and I guess technically this is like Gen 4, right? And then some like Mr. Rhyme and Mr. Mime Galar, which are like somehow these things exist. Not my problem. And then Calyrex, the very, very forgettable Pokemon. To me. No one forgets Jinx if you were there back in the day. But I'm not that old, bro. No disrespect to the unks in the chat, but I'm just not that old. Okay, we go with our classic opening guess. It gets us the most information. It's a fully evolved, maybe third stage from an earlier generation, no bug, no grass. Give me a third stage, Gen 3 legendary. Give me Groudon. Just to see. Okay, it's monotype. It's a one stage, and it is Gen 3. It's not red, but it is green or yellow. Green, huh? Or yellow, to be clear. Could be Regigigas. It's yellow for sure. Regigigas is not Gen 3. Am I tripping? The others are Gen Yeah, man, shut up. Well, pivot up. No disrespect. I understand that I'm being ungrateful, but like, don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. Not no, not grass, not bug, no grass. Water type, maybe. Could be a water type. One stage water type fully evolved is tricky though. I guess I could just type Kyogre. Well, it's not blue, and there's no yellow on Kyogre, so I don't know what I'm saying. It's a poison. One stage poison type in Gen 3. It's like Cacturn, or like, Carnivine. But the other one? No, it's a Viper. That's the one. Dragon, yeah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a Viper. This is no. Maybe. Yes. It was one of the two. My brain had to just see it to know it. Sturdy buddy made up of stacked coins. Golden Go? I mean, it's. You wouldn't know it from looking at the sprite, but I guess it kind of is. That's Umbreon. Come on, buddy. We did Route 34 already. Could be anything. Is that Misty? Maybe it's I don't know, Surskit. Any hint? It's a water type that's orange. Seeking. Staryu. Large pincer. Oh, what the fuck is Krabby's evolution, bro? Am I tripping? I forgot the name of Krabby's evolution. Kingler. Jesus. It's not Kingler? Then I don't know what the fuck it is. Kingler has a Gmax? I'm dead. I'm like straight up so. It's a VMAX, I guess. I'm so dead ass with you. Is that real? Max Foam Burst. I have never seen that ever in my life. This is the first time I've ever seen that Kingler has a Gmax. I'm being as existentially true with you as I possibly could be. That's the first time I've ever heard it. I'm losing my mind, man. That's crazy. Okay, well, open movie to movie just to see if I can do it. Is that Tom Cruise? That's Keith Urban, right? No, it's Owen Wilson. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know who's in which of these movies, so let's just move on. Let's not even pretend to like spend 20 minutes on some shit I don't know how to do. You know? Scrandle. Fuck it. Do what you know. Do what you know and know what you do. That's the real trick to living a good life. Bonus round. What would I rather eat? The veggie dog? Is that the dog is also a veggie, or is the dog? I assume so. Or the steak and salt and pile gravy and mushy peas? I don't know what is this all mushy peas? Is there like mash down there, or is that steak down there? Either way, I'm veggie dog is just not getting my vote. It's hard to make any like just give me something that's good and vegetarian. You don't need to give me a substitute for something that's better otherwise. Very like air fried, crispy as slice of Domino's pizza that's not worth that much money, or chicken on a stick that looks perfectly fine. I mean, it's a little unwieldy, but what can you do? 11 Elf to let you. Elf to let you too, my friend. From the Netherlands. I mean, the Netherlands is the king of like random fried foods that's got some flavor to it, so I should pick it, to be honest. Oh no, this looks fine. It's just a bit vibrant though for photo. Carne asada plate. Unidentified food. We're at the cricket today. You don't need to call it unidentified. You can. It's like a gyros or something, but there's no chili on it. I mean, it would have been a toss up. I would like some chili. Hot dog and cheesy chips. Chips not so cheesy, but you can't see what's inside the shawarma. So this is actually a rare case where it would have been better to show what's inside. Also, it's expensive. Not really, to be honest. But okay, people don't like the hot dog and cheesy chips. That was not a amazing hot dog, but it was fine. It was good, you know. I mean, that's just like insulting, but this is also insulting. Okay, fine. I learned my lesson. People don't like the deconstruction of the food. It was a photo taken after being eaten, you know. Half smoked hot dog with fried onion, coleslaw, bacon, and a drink. They didn't like. You just gotta push it down. There's room under this hot dog to be like eatable, and they also gave you a fair amount of like paperage to cover up the mess. This hot dog is also, it's just got too much going on, but it does have some greenery. If I could take some of those leaves and like help this one out, it would be good. I'm surprised this one won. That's 22 fucking pounds. That's why. Oh well. Um, Cheeseburger with gherkins and crunchy onion too. I like the way that they put it. The patty has got me a little concerned, but there's nothing like a little squishing of the hands wouldn't fix. The buffalo chicken burger, I'm gonna vote with my heart. I just prefer a chicken burger. Sausage and lump or pretty fucking good looking sausage roll. Why is it getting downvoted? It looks pretty good. Cheeseburger with a lovely bun. It just looks lovely. It just doesn't necessarily imply loveliness. I would rather have this, although those do look like uncircumcised penises. But like that's what you get when you buy a sausage. People love burgers. I have to vote for the burger, even though I would pick this. Although it is chips in a hollowed out cob, so maybe the layers are a little bit much. Curry in a cup, just like a not a great vehicle for it. Veggie burger. I mean, the pint alone probably wins this one. You know, I've seen pints alone get more votes with more price. To be honest. Okay, we're down to the final stretch. I'm proud of you for making it this far with me. Like an endurance mechanism. Okay, Rise of the Skywalker or something. Why are they giving me like a subtitle of Nate Carden? Do I know this guy? Um, Arisen, but Rise inside is irises. Yes. Um, irises. Drop a letter to rises. Drop one letter to get an A in math class. I rise. Iris. I couldn't possibly tell you, quite frankly. Change the bigram, the last bigram to a single letter. Irish, yes. Irish, probably a type of dog. Irish poodle. Irish spaniel. I don't know the Irish dog, so let's look at the other way around. Um, I don't know this one either, so let's just give up on this because we don't know it. I don't know dog. Irish setter. Vaguely familiar, but I would never have gotten it. Setter is a dog name, just doesn't make sense. I guess I don't know what they're setting. Getter? Setter? We're not coding here. Change the first letter to get some letter. Yeah. Okay, cool. Cover letter. Trauma. The clover. Sometimes lucky if you get 4 leaves, of course. Love. The Love Show. The Love Book. The Love Hubs. That's I typed hugs instead. I just quite frankly don't know this one. The Love Boat, huh? Fret not. Love boat. Think I've seen an image of the love boat from the love boat because I'm pretty sure there is a boat. Harbor. No. Shore. Port. Where else would many boats be docked, man? Beaches. Hmm. But this is a large venue is an area, maybe? So we drop a letter and then we drop a first sound, is what I would guess here. Or maybe we drop a letter. I'm just typing shit now. I don't know, man. Place marina? What the hell is a marina? Now we're just making shit up. To get also, why would you get an A in math class based on area? That's like the most. I'm just pissed off at the very concept of what's being demonstrated here. That's all. I got nothing more to say. Before we go on, we can't have this showing. We have to have a clear mind and a clear soul. You know what? Yeah, turn off notifications. I never click it, but now's the time. The higher up the more like flat you hit the wall, the more up you need to aim to account for that. Pretty good shot. I think here, like, you need to choose whether or not you're gonna hit the thing. Let's be generous. Oh, perfect shot. Not in a good way, of course. There we go. To get down the second try is very impressive. Now here, I'm gonna need just a little readjustment. Yeah, that's all we needed. I mean, otherwise we were gonna waste a bunch of shots on that, and that's not what we want. Oh, thank you for tipping me over. You know what? Full power this, it'll hit the other side, and then it'll put me back where we want to be. Exactly. Sometimes you got to count on the bounce backs, you know? Not what I meant to do, of course, in that instance. Oh, wait. Risky decision, but hey, it's worth it sometimes. You can get a much more guaranteed shot in a lot of these situations as well if you just send it. I thought that was a lot closer than it was. We can't make it just raw. A very interesting air ball. That's what it's called, right? Really? I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. I mean, top 15% is not something you get every day, man. Speaking of things you don't get every day, catfishing on my phone to match my cash. You know the story by now, of course. I almost went on it as if it was an app. It's not an app. Okay. Bam. I don't know why I did it both at the same time, as if it was going to be problematic if not synced properly. Books about the Middle East. But yes, British non-fiction literature about World War One adapted into films. Maybe it's just called Gallipoli. 7 Pillars of Wisdom. Unclear. Dogs in literature. The name of the dog in The Wizard of Oz? It's not Spot. It's got like Toto. That's what it is. Yes, okay. It was a 4-letter name. There's only so many options, and we did make it there. Cool. Holy See official streetcar, the Pope Mobile. It is deadass called that. That's awesome. To be honest with you, that's awesome. 2011 American novels adapted into films about intergalactic travel and about NASA by Andy Weir. Yeah, this is, because I just heard that name before, this is Project Hail Mary, but the book. It's the wait, Andy Weir wrote the other one. I got misled. I did not know that The Martian was written by Andy Weir. That's my mistake. One moment. But yes, I don't know. Star Trek fictional survivors of genocide and sexual assault, and Starfleet captains, and William Shatner is a name I've heard of. So this is a popular one. It's either Captain Kirk or yeah, okay, that's the one. There's only so many names that they would put in here that wouldn't just get people mad that no one knows them. Amphetamine, ADHD, yes. I mean, I can tell you they don't know what causes it, but there's definitely a new kind. Indian inventions, tabletop gear. This is carom. Yes, okay, 2 R's, fine. If I'm spelling it in English. We have a board of this in our house. This is the license to be an Indian. I'm pretty good at it, but it really hurts your fingers after you play it a lot, to be honest with you. And the powder is not food safe. It's poisonous, actually. So you have to wash your hands before you eat. Like, you can't eat and play. Well, you could if you use your offhand, but why would you bother risking it? I like how they mentioned did you mean used. They're like, let's count everything. Musicians from Rio de Janeiro, specifically, of course, Brazilian film actresses and dancers and singers. But she died in 1955. Okay, I don't know, bro. Miranda. Cool. That's beyond my repertoire. Works featuring villain protagonists. Villain protagonists, 2005 television series ending. This is not quite Breaking Bad. About adultery and alcohol abuse and sexual. Is this The Wire? I haven't seen The Wire. Mad Men. Okay, I've heard of it, and I've heard of it's good. So if I ever finish Better Call Saul, then I'll do The Wire, and then I might do Mad Men. But that's all. Like, this is I'll be watching you, but I don't know the name of the actual song. Every breath you take. That's it. Yes. It was one of those because you say like every breath you take, every smile you make, or whatever. Pretty good day for me. Wait, almost like an amazing day for me. I mean, like I got the easy ones, but people don't know Karen, so I all that effort to get like the median because everyone knows Mad Men. Fucking hell. That's a brutal day in the office for me. If I had just got a Mad Men, at least be on the forward of the curve rather than the ladder of the curve. But you fucked me, man. Anyway, it's a rough day in the office, man. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you're so inclined. I don't know if anyone's really watching the web games these days, but if you are, interruptions, I apologize. Until I'll go for you.